looking at Nicole the whole night. Cal and Nicole had a date. Vernon and Martin was just talking about his campaign. Anastasia was over here talking noise to Anita and stuff. Looked like Anita about to pass out. Vanessa want to move in with Joey. Jan and Mama, Jan and Mona, Jan and Mona was gossiping per usual. And the last thing, well, wait, that's not the last thing. I was just gonna ask, do y'all think they about to pair Randy with Mona? But hey, y'all, welcome back to another video. This is for Beyond the Gates, February the 5th, 2026. First things first, what did y'all think of the episode? Let me know down below. What was the highlight of this episode? I wouldn't say it's a highlight, but I like to seeing Anita tell Anastasia off. I liked that part. Um, I I was waiting on Shanice to find them underwear. Now she did. I think they said on tomorrow's episode Ted's supposed to confront Leslie because obviously she's the only one that could have did something like that. But okay, let's talk about it. Anita, Samantha, Jessica. Anita was just talking to them about the cotillion, just helping them pick things out and just telling Jessica about the history and what it means because she still don't like it. She said she only going because her folks making her go. Um, they was talking about that, and she was telling them how one of them gonna get crowned platinum deb or something like that. And Anastasia don't walked over there talking about some, no, they not. Her granddaughter's gonna be crowned. And then she started talking crazy to my Anita ain't even never been to no cotillion, and Samantha ain't even know Dupree. She ain't even got no Dupree blood in her or whatever. I was waiting on Anita to tell her out. To tell her out. To tell her off. I was waiting on her to tell her off because what she thought this was. But yeah, first, before that, they was just staring. Y'all seen them? I said, usually people stare, they look away, they just stare the whole time. Then they finally looked away. Anastasia went sit with them. I said, I'm so sick of her nose and tail. I said, she ain't get enough when Vanessa. Wasn't Vanessa the one to tell her off, or was it Danny now? Either way it go, she ain't learned yet. She just be popping up out of nowhere. And the way she turned that corner and stuff. She just be popping up out of nowhere. But yeah, Anita ended up, they was just going back and forth. They just going back and forth. After Anastasia left, they got up and everything, and Anita looked like she was about to pass out. They checked on her, Samantha and Jessica. She said she needed to go. She went to the ladies' room, I think. But yeah, I said y'all better follow her, cause look, every time she had that treatment. Well, I don't think she had another treatment. Did she? Did she go for another treatment? But yeah, she having some side effects or something. I don't think that is that normal. I think she said they said it was normal. But I want to know if it's normal for real, for real. Like in real life, is that normal? But yeah, that was it with them. Martin and Vernon. First, he was asking about Anita, how she was doing. He ends up talking to him about that, and he was saying he would understand if he needs to back away from the campaign. And Vernon was saying how he needs it, and they were just talking about everything in regards to the campaign. Nicole and Cal was on a date. Nicole all dressed up again. She had went to the restroom. That's when Shanice and Ted walked in. They was on a date. They went over there to speak to Cal, and they thought he was alone. He was like, "No, you on a date." And they was like, "With who?" And Nicole walked out. Nicole walked out. She was like, "With me." So then, Ted couldn't take his eyes off her the whole night. Couldn't take his eyes off her. So they talking and stuff, and um he was confused. He was like, I thought you was with Carlton and everything, and basically asking if he knew about it. And she was like, she don't lie like him. Dang what she said, but she might as well have said it like that, exactly like that. She's like, I don't lie like you. They both know what it is. They know I'm not ready for anything because she just got a divorce and everything. But I said, well, I don't know about that because Carlton seems to still want to take it that far. He just invited her to his niece's birthday party. So I would say that Carlton definitely wants something serious. Now I don't know who I'm rooting for because I don't know. I kind of want to root for Cal and her. I don't know, y'all. I kind of want to root for Cal and her. But what do y'all think? Carlton or Cal? But yeah, and Shanice was looking at him like he was crazy or whatever because why is you concerned about your ex-wife? So she basically told him to mind his business. And before they left, Cal thanked Shanice. Cal thanked Shanice for for introducing them. And Ted looked at Shanice so fast. They sat down. They was talking about it, and she wanted to know first of all why is he continuing to stare at Nicole. why is he worried about his ex-wife? And he was saying that it's gonna take time. But that be my thing. If it's gonna take y'all time, you don't need to be trying to pursue nothing with nobody else. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You shouldn't be trying to pursue nothing. That should already be out your system. That should already be out your system. So she felt some type of way about that, but he tried to downplay it. So they end up leaving to go to his hotel room. Shanice and Ted did. So they got there and they was kissing and everything, and she knew he said something about all night or something like that. She was like, "But you was eyeballing your ex-wife all night," so she assumed that the reason he ready to take it that far is because of Nicole, and he still talking about some time or whatever. And so she looked over there, and she seen them underwear. She went grabbed it and she was like, "She's the only one. Then who tacky underwear is this?" I said, "Leslie." Leslie. Leslie, because first of all, why you ain't supposed to let nobody in this main room? You're not supposed to let nobody in. They don't be caring. They just be look. They like I'm just here to do my job, clean the room, whatever. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff. But yeah, was that the last scene? I don't know if that was the last scene, but that was the last scene between them two. Vanessa and Joy, she showed up to his place, and they was just eating dinner and everything, and she want to move in with him. He was saying how it's gonna be dangerous, but y'all already know how Vanessa is. She probably gonna find something. Do y'all think in regards to Doug, or is that out the window? Is that storyline gone? But yeah, she trying to move in with him, and he was saying how she his weaknesses. She's his weakness, and get him to do things that he don't want to do. Jan and Mona was gossiping about Nicole and how she dating Cal and Carlton and how she was dressed, and Mona was concerned because that's not her, saying that's more like Danny. That's more like Danny or whatever. She was saying how Nicole used to be growing up. How Nicole used to be or whatever. Hold on. And that's unlike her. Oh, Ted also was saying to Shanice that he knows Nicole better than anybody, so he knows like that's not her. And he was like, he's the one that caused that. And she was telling him she has a right to grow and change and stuff like that. But he ain't necessarily wrong, because she's been wild and she's been wild, and I think that's been proven. I ain't gonna say you wild and if you date multiple people. If you want to do that, then you do that or whatever. But everybody ain't with that stuff. Everybody ain't different strokes for different folks. Ain't that what they say? I think if it worked for you, then it worked for you. But don't try to convince nobody else to do no stuff like that. But I think Nicole just it's a lot. I don't think she over Ted, obviously. And Ted not over her, obviously. Even though he continue, he been look, he done slept with Leslie, Shanice, or whatever. Cal and Nicole was kissing or whatever, and he wanted to take it to his place, and she was like, she's not ready for that. She just wanted to keep it at the kissing phase right now. And I was like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know who to root for, because I wanted her and Ted back together. But if I had to choose right now, I'm leaning more towards Cal. I don't know why, but I'm leaning more towards Cal. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see which one better for her. What else? What else? What else? Mona and Randy. Is they the last people? Cause we talked about Ted and Shanice. I think Randy and Mona. First, I was like, how do they know each other? I'm trying to figure out. She had called him a hero or something. He was like, what you talking about? And she said that he saved Vanessa. She heard about it because some waitresses were talking or whatever she said. And they was talking or whatever, and she mentions how he worked for Joey, but they didn't go back to it. So I was like, what they finna do here? Is they finna be a couple? Did he say he had somebody? I know he said he had a child, didn't he? Did he say he had somebody though? Cause that's supposed to be two different things. You having somebody that's the mother of your child and a girlfriend or a wife. Did he say he was married? I can't remember, y'all. Cause some people. The reason I said it like this, cause some people be like, "Yeah, he said he had a child." That don't mean they together. That don't mean they not either. But yeah, I said now you gotta say it plain. You gotta actually tell it. But yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. Let me see. Nicole tells Ted that Carson and Kyle know about each other. Um, excuse me. Shanice asked if Ted is bothered because he kept looking. Even when she said that, he still kept looking at her. He still kept looking at her, but she was looking at him the other time they was on a date. So they wanted the same. They wanted the same. I think that's pretty much everything. Nicole and Kyle kiss. Shanice and Ted go back to his room. Nicole wants to keep things at the kissing phase. Yep, that's it, y'all. I'm ready to see this cotillion and everything. But aside from that, I think that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts down below on this episode. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night and be safe.